I wanna get away from the traffic, away from the antics. I wanna take you back to the golden age in Ireland's ancient east. So hidden away in the valleys of Wicklow is the ancient settlement of Glendalough, one of the best preserved monastic cities, villages, I guess a city in all of Ireland. So we're going to take a peep in here, and yeah, mind blowing. So here we are now, the entrance to the monastic city. So Glendalough was set up by some mad beanbag called Kevin, Saint Kevin, one of the spacers of Irish history.
Saint Kevin up in Glendalough, Saint Kevin up in Glendalough. He's got a bird in the hand and a house in a bush, a monastic mush in a glen up in Glendalough.
So Saint Kevin, or in Irish, Cuivine, means beautifully born. So I guess he was a beautiful baby. But he was born in 498 and he died in 618, which means the lad was 120 years old. And the thing about someone being 120 years of age in an era when people usually didn't live past their first grey pube, that's how you know that all these stories are 100% totally true. Absolutely true, definitely true. No lies. There's no lies in Irish history. So we'll have an old peeperoo around.
Glendalough was founded over 1,500 years ago as a place of learning and prayer, and it's monasteries like this that gave Ireland its name of the island of saints and scholars. While Europe was going through the Dark Ages, Ireland had its golden age as monks gathered and began transcribing all the available literature of Europe, preserving and saving the collective knowledge of Western civilization. Who's gonna tend the flock?
Saint Kevin in the glen up in Glendalough.
Who's gonna sow those seeds and collect the crop?
Saint Kevin in the glen up in Glendalough.
Gonna pray to his God to connect the dots.
Saint Kevin in the glen up in Glendalough.
Tell me who's gonna tend the flock?
Saint Kevin in the glen up in Glendalough. So, this is Saint Kevin's Cathedral. Pretty feckin' schwanky by Swifty out. A lot of graves. We'll try not to desecrate any graves while we're here. So thing was, when St. Kevin came here, he was trying to bunk the country. He didn't want to meet anybody. He came to be on his own, you know what I mean? The guy was 120 years of age. He was in the danger zone for corona, so I guess he was coming here for a bit of the old quarantine action. And unlike the first one we saw over there, the roof is gone on this, so I suppose it must have been, I don't know, maybe made by wood. See the arches here, must have been unreal by. The mountains looking down, sun banging, unreal. Sun's always shining in Ireland. But yeah, this thing here, I guess the altar would have been here, because this is where they used to keep the what's it called? The Eucharist. Probably a bit of holy water going on in here. Oh no, don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. Whoa. Sneaky peep out. Suppose you could see when the fucking Vikings were coming or something. Who knows, boy? Who knows? But yeah, how cool is this, man? I don't know what this is. Maybe the chill out zone or something. Maybe this was the green room for for the priests before they'd or the monks or whatever they were called, the brothers, before they'd head into the church. They'd be ready to give a sermon they'd be in here sipping a bit of that wine, getting hyped up, waiting for the announcement, introducing, here comes Kevin, and then Kevin will rock out like this. Like, yeah, what up? We love God, we love Jesus, some lad. Yeah, cool shit, man. Just bananas, man. Kevin, you got some gaff. Be some episode of Cribs here back in the day.
What's up, y'all? Big Snoop D-O double G. I want to welcome y'all to my house, the dog house. Slide in.
See what else is about the place, huh?
What remains of Glendalough today is just a fraction of what was once a bustling monastic city full of houses, workshops and scriptoriums where monks would spend years painstakingly transcribing every item of literature available. After bearing witness to 1.5 millennia of invasions, war and destruction, it's really a miracle that anything here survived at all.
So it's a little bit difficult to walk around and not be stepping on graves. I don't mean to desecrate anything. I swore there was going to be no desecration today. I'll try and keep it respectful here, going through the graveyard. But yeah, who was Saint Kevin? You know what I mean? The legend has it that he was like an ascetic kind of dude, like he was a religious ascetic. So essentially he hated all indulgences. Essentially he was anti-crack. He hated the crack. So this place would have been essentially a crack hole, a black hole for crack. So yeah, St. Kevin, I guess the guy was just a miserable old bollocks. And the thing was, he actually came to this valley in Wicklow because he wanted to escape everybody. He wanted to get away from everybody, but the problem was everybody heard about this dude who was trying to get away, trying to leave the rat race. So everybody followed him here. So I guess he kind of failed. I mean, if you can call this a fail. So we'll check out this thing here first now, or second. See what the story is. Oh, more desecration. I'm sorry, I'll do some penance later.
Who's gonna tend the flock?
St. Kevin in the glen up in Glendalough.
Who's gonna sow those seeds and collect the crop?
St. Kevin in the glen up in Glendalough.
Gonna pray to his God to connect the dots.
St. Kevin in the glen up in Glendalough.
Tell me who's gonna tend the flock?
St. Kevin in the glen up in Glendalough.
Another old derelict building here, huh? Council should really do something about this. What is it? The priest's house. Chalk on Sogart. So I suppose this is where the boys were living large. I'm too tall to enter it. Couldn't have been living that large, I suppose. You wouldn't want to be a fat fella back in the day, I'll tell you that much. Jesus. Priest's house, huh? This is bigger than my apartment. Fucking hell. Bigger than my apartment. The boys were living a lush life. Yup. Imagine waking up every morning and this was your view. Back in the Dizzy.
Sean?
It's alright. Just cooking some breakfast.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but it's breakfast time back home.
Yeah, man. If you see like the Celtic crosses, I suppose this, I guess you know this is how you know it's one of the old ones, because the other ones, what were they called? The high crosses. Where are they? The newer style Celtic crosses, you can put your hand through them. I suppose the original ones then, the OG crosses, was it just a single slab of stone? I suppose you'd have nothing better to do with your day other than make a few crosses. How cool is that, huh? The priest's house.
The Round Tower, Ireland's unique contribution to world architecture, is shrouded in mystery to this day. While they were certainly used for timekeeping, their true purpose is still unknown. There are 65 remaining round towers scattered around Ireland, and while their origins are hotly debated, every historian can agree that round towers are super cool.
100 feet high. The Round Tower, by something else. There's a load of there's different theories as to what these round towers were about. Said they were a place of refuge from the Vikings and attack, or they said they were like a bell tower just to call the faithful out for an old pray on a Sunday morning. I've seen a few things as well saying they were actually because the Irish Islamic links are kind of well known but tenuous. So I've read a few things saying they might have been based on the minarets in North Africa. The sun is banging. I don't even know if you can see this. But yeah, man. Imagine being a Viking. And just seeing this from miles away and going, right, that's what we're getting.
Yeah, I've been a Viking now for about 14 raids. It's not a bad gig, I like my workmates. It's good, yeah, you know, health insurance, paid vacations, great catering, they got this ham. Fuck you, I'm a Viking. I told my kids and wife when I left for my life of excitement. You know the story, rocking away, I'm out the door, I hop on a wave, and I'm out of the house and I'm into the fray. Now it's me pulling up in the dock of the bay, living on a farm on a fjord with my family. Midlife crisis, getting bored, a calamity. Out of time against the clock, I'm sipping wine and getting locked. I'm heading with the fellas on a party up in Glendalough. I'm not a villain, I don't wanna kill your children, I just find it kinda thrilling to go burning and a pillaging. Pull up in the village where they're into their religion. I don't care about the witnesses, find a monk, finish him. Sometimes I lay awake after the slaughter, see my reflection in the blood upon the water. I reminisce about my sons and my daughters and wonder, will I ever make them proud of their father? The life of a Viking is killing me. I've been to Canada, Iran and back to Italy. Grab, attack and ransack, battle and captivity. I'm running from my problems and I'm wallowing in misery. I wanna get myself together and live honestly, but every time I see the tower at a monastery, I want the paper and the chalice with the filigree, but travel and accumulating wealth are not fulfilling me.
Then all the locals, all the priests and shit are grabbing their cool books and their gold and their jewellery and their finery, and they all have to run into this thing. Like the door is, I think, I don't know, it was a 15 feet high or something. You pull the ladder up and then just wade it out, throw sticks out at the Vikings. Like it's like the Vikings literally attacked this place. They sacked this place for the first time in 834. And then they started camping out in Dublin, which isn't too far away. And they actually attacked and sacked this place 4 times. Like, imagine walking up to this and your literal job is to attack that and take the boys inside. Could be even worse. You could be one of the lads inside there just waiting it out. Imagine looking out that window and a load of Vikings, just the Vikings here.
I'm just a regular monk doing regular monk things. I don't wanna be wealthy, I don't wanna become king. I just wanna sit and chill in my abbey in the valley, in the Sally Gap of Wicklow, laying low and happy. But there's rumours of mad boys out on the ocean, sipping their potions and causing commotion. I've had visions of men on the horizon with ice in their hearts and a fire in the eyes, and it keeps me awake in the night. I've had trouble with sleep for a couple of weeks. I jumped out of bed with a shock and a fright. I heard the boats pulling up on the beach and I went weak in the knee. Tell the monks get the funk in the trunk. Tell the monks get the funk in the trunk. Bring it to the round tower. Tell the monks get the funk in the trunk. Tell the monks get the funk in the trunk. Cause my roof is on fire. Man, these Vikings are killing me. Resistance is utter futility. They're burning our future in history, and I just got approved by the lads back in Italy. And now these Vikings are killing me. Man, I don't even believe in the Trinity. And now I'm about to be sent to infinity. It just goes to show you that life is fucking meaningless.
I don't know, man. Some grim times for the boys. Oh, I think we got I think there's some real historians over here up to something. Let's see what the lads are trying to dig up. How's it going? Find anything interesting today? Unreal. How long have you been working at this little piece here now?
It's been 4 weeks. We've been here for 2 weeks. The yellow people.
Oh yeah, what do you think it is down there? Or have you any idea? Just foundations for something?
There used to be a mill. We're thinking there was a mill down there, and they used to travel. Water used to travel down from. They used to put walls in the ground, and water would go through them.
Water will come from here down to the mill.
Down to the mill.
Like channels.
They had it hooked up to the river there.
So there's a river up there, the water here. That's bananas. How long are you going to be at this now, do you know?
Tomorrow's day.
Oh yeah? Back to school then. Best of luck with it. Give us a shout if you find that then, alright? I'll be right over.
Give you a buzz.
Cheers, cheers. Chatting with my colleagues there.
I told my girl let it go, she said no. Now she's checking all the evidence I hid under the floor. She's going through my messages and bringing up my history. Living with an archaeologist is utter misery.
We checked the small cross by the priest's gaff. Now behold the big boy, St. Kevin's cross. It was one slab of stone, so you'd have some job carving that out. I wonder were there any that didn't make it. Imagine getting all this done and then chipping a bit off the top. Unreal. Fuck, I don't know how old it is, over 1,000 years old. I'll put a link right there below. But yeah man, the Celtic cross, the pride of Ireland. They love it man, all over Ireland, everywhere you go man, Celtic crosses. They live on today in Indian ink prison tattoos on the forearms of highly tanned men in Liverpool jerseys. An ancient custom, and it all kicked off here by St. Kevin's cross. What a buy. Oh, St. Kevin, he's a bold one, creeping round in the forest, get his prowl on. I seen him walking round with his shroud on, Mickey hanging out, and he told me to hold on. St. Kevin, your gaff is very lovely. Thanks for sharing this voyage of discovery. I felt your presence in the heat of a sunbeam. I know you're up in heaven being a creep up above me. So there you have it lads. St. Kevin's gaff in Glendalough. The Pope back in the day said Glendalough is so holy that 7 pilgrimages to Glendalough is equivalent to 1 pilgrimage to Rome. So we're 1/7 of the way towards a €22 Ryanair flight to Rome. Yeah, golden age city. You have to keep in mind, like, this was the biggest city, like there were no cities. This was like the center of social, religious life and everything. So the biggest game in town, and we just did it. Unreal. La 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 la. Oh, la 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 la. So we're walking from the monastic city here now, cruising up to the lakes, because Glendalough means the glen of the 2 lakes. So we'll have an old peeperoo. And you've been up in the woods there now, a bunch of Vikings creeping through, ready to fuck shit up and steal the monastery. How's it going ladies, having a nice day? Yeah. You've got a grand old spot there, a bit of quiet contemplation. More religious pilgrims. Imagine being a Viking, like, being up there, seeing the round tower, getting ready for schlaps. See that, Glendalough, the glen of the 2 lakes.
You know me, I'm always ready for slaps. You know me, I'm always ready for slaps. I'm ready for the slaps. Yeah, boy, I'm ready for slaps. You know me, I'm always ready for slaps.
You read the sign? It's the upper lake. So I think I'll end the story about St. Kevin here with one little ditty about this holy man, this saint, this ascetic, religious old character from Irish history. To prove how ascetic he was, the church have a story about St. Kevin. They said one day he was chilling, meditating, zen, being one with the lake, and a fucking woman comes up to him, heard about St. Kevin, heard he was a pretty tasty dish. He was a man who looked after himself. And this woman, called Kathleen, came across him, and didn't she lift the old skirt? She tried to reveal her fleshy wonders to St. Kevin, tried to seduce him. And there's two stories to this. One story says St. Kevin got so mad that he beat her to death with a bunch of nettles. That's a bit violent, that's a bit mad. The second story says that he beat the shit out of her without the nettles and threw her in the lake and drowned her. That's how holy St. Kevin was. A woman tried to get the ride and he fucking murdered her. And yeah, I think, I'm not a historian now, but I think this may be the first ever instance of incel terrorism recorded in Ireland. So that's the story of St. Kevin, a holy boy.
Thank you, everybody, thank you. I get totally emotional vocally when I'm thinking about the top-notch Rod and Cody P. You know me, looking for the last sane men in the trenches of reality, and I'm rocking with Dwayne M and Aiden Y, a mate of mine, along with Darcy H up in the Two Lakes. Thomas D gotta be probably the coolest dude since you, Lucas T. Oh, I was off for a big long break till I got re-inspired by the great John H. Grego A, you gotta let me say, you made my day like the brave Darren K. I'll do more names soon, I got a little lazy. Until then, welcome to the crew, my man Stain G. Thank you everybody for the comments, thank you everybody for watching, and thanks for donating, and thanks for, supporting the channel. Thank you, watch out for the Vikings.
Enjoy life to the full. Do everything you want to do and enjoy yourself, providing you don't harm anybody, any animal, and look after the planet.